to the end of season review. We had a better second half of the season than we did the first, but this close. This close. And starting off, as you can see, we finished 7th on the same points total as Salford City, same goal difference. They just scored more goals than we did. This close to being into the playoffs in our first season in League One. We couldn't do back to back to back, but we're still having the money issue. Now, as you can see, we let some players go, so our wage bill wasn't as high to try and stop losing as much money, and we just kept losing money. No matter what I did in terms of players' wages, we still kept losing money. We did lose some players. We did sell some players. We've got Adam, who I brought in on a free. Don't think he actually played a game for us. We sold for 100,000. Brennan, who did play a couple of games for us, but again, just to get money for him before we were to just lose him on a free, it's better than nothing. Walker Smith, again, we were going to lose him on a free, so we sold him, got some form of money for him. He was earning, I think it was £1,000 a week and wasn't playing. So we got rid of him for some money, took it off the wage bill, and we're still losing a 10 ton of money. Hopefully, sponsorship wise, we can get helped out. Hopefully, the club's new growth and reputation means that we can bring in more than what we currently have, which again isn't necessarily a lot. And I don't know if it's a case of just our income isn't a lot. Like again, we get a massive boost. We got a massive boost at the start of the year, and then just slowly lost money as the season went on. Like I just assume that is TV revenue. That is the amount of merch we're selling. I assume that is gate receipts, season tickets. All of that stuff is what will keep us afloat and hopefully bring us back to having money. And if that all goes up this season, hopefully we don't lose as much. But we have sorted out some players in terms of Mr. Sue, the top performer this season with 16 goals, 9 assists. We have gone through and changed some people's contracts. Now, he has got a bumper deal to try and just keep him here. And there is some extra bits and bobs but he had a non-promotion release clause of like 700,000. And yeah, now most of the squad doesn't have any of those. And now we're talking about 1.7 million for a team in the championship to come in and pay for him, which they could do, but we will take that 1.7, bite your hand off and take it and run. But it was a good season in the end. Can't be too disappointed. In terms of recruitment, again, probably need to go through all of the Prem and Championship, see who we can pick up. But I do think this will be a year of rebuild. This is where we get rid of a lot of players. So we've got all of these players here coming to an end. The likes of Wingate, a quick round of applause. You know, he got us to League One, but it's time that we do move on from players like him. Ness just isn't good enough for this league, and we could feel it whenever he played. I think he dropped some. I don't know if this will show you, but no, it doesn't go back far enough. But there was just a couple of games where he was just a bit meh. Like, generally speaking, played well when he came in, but there was games where our defence was our main issue. Dante White, does he get another deal? Can I let him go? I don't know. There's a part of me, just the mentals of this guy, just thinks he is good, but I don't know. Again, came in, was our first ever backup goalkeeper, will be going. He has stepped in this year and done a job. Will he want a fringe player again? Probably not. For a fringe player to be earning £2,000 a week, probably, definitely an overpay. Butterfield probably came in, did a job, but probably not good enough for this league. Don't know. Ray Roberts, the same. Came in, had good moments, but it's just been questionable. Adarabioyo, this is a tough one. He's played majority of the minutes and has been good in games and also questionable in games. So if we can find someone who's better than him, that's great. That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to let go of players, let other players come in. Ali, again, has been good in moments. Is he probably needing to play over Adarabioyo to become better, if that makes any sense? But we have had the likes of, where is he? This guy, the new starting keeper, who has improved massively throughout this year, like surprisingly so. But is he another one that is like, again, they've all got, the ones down here have all got deals for the next few years. So these guys probably going to have to stay, hopefully, due to having some of the best coaches in the league in all departments. We can build the team around this group of players. Maybe Fletcher gets more of a run out. Maybe the likes of Ryan Batram has played majority of the minutes, hasn't been bad. Maybe it's just a case of build around what we have, or will keep, and go from there. It's like Neil. I think it is time to move on from Neil, but has got another year. So it might be a case of bringing physical players who are mentally maybe better, maybe not have the decision and vision, but can match him in technical abilities. So maybe tackling. But I think that's what we need to do for next year to go that step further. I think that's pretty fair. Before we did sign some of the youth academy. We've got this gentleman, fairly professional. Okay, probably won't ever reach the heights, but when we make it to the Prem, and we make it to the Champions League, or the Europa League, or the Conference League, we will need homegrown players. He is Swedish, which I think is great, and just a non-English guy playing for our team. We've got a few of them. If we can make him physically better than he already is, which is pretty likely. We are training him to be a right back. And then we do have the other guy. Where's the other guy? The goalkeeper. Again, fairly professional. Try and keep the influx of fairly professional players who are likely to reach their potential. Okay, may not be the best player and will probably never ever play for us. Might get the odd game here or two, there or two throughout his career. But trying to find somebody fairly professional, maybe just get him ready to be a mentor in the future, or pure profit, money, money, money. We don't know. But yeah, that is pretty much where we are at the end of the season. Hopefully next time we'll see some signings for the base of the squad, just bring everything up, keep ourselves as a mid-table team, and hopefully, wherever it is, this one, instead of seeing us here in 21st, maybe 16th, try and just solidify our standing in League One, bring in more money, hopefully sort ourselves out as a club, generally speaking, and we'll go from there. I'll see you at the start of the next season. Can't remember what season that would be, but that next season. Peace.